There are films that families can watch together where parents will watch something because the kids really want to see it or vice versa. This movie actually really plays for everybody. Couldn't control where I came from, but I could definitely, hopefully get in the driver's seat and control where I was going. So always wanted to grow and mature and become a better person, and I'm still a work in progress every day. But I'm putting in the time and the effort. My faith and my family are the top of the list, and I've always, I'm the youngest of 9 kids, so it's always been about family for us. Working with Michelle has been fantastic. She's lovely. She's just as kind and sweet and pleasant to be around as she appears on screen.
I love this movie so much. It to me is an instant classic family film. It's about a family that's struggling to kind of keep things connected while the kids are growing and everybody's going in a different direction and living in their own bubble, and they have to hit the road to escape my husband's past. And at the end of the day, you're really rooting for them. It's filled with really crazy, inventive, high-octane action, great comedy, and at the very, very center of it is a lot of heart. When I found out he was attached to this, I jumped at the chance to work with him. I respect him so much, and clearly he has wonderful range, and comedy was something I hadn't done for a while, so I was really excited about getting to dabble in that again. We're both pretty easygoing. We like to make work fun. We were also really blessed with an incredible ensemble. Everyone that was cast as our children were just so lovable and endearing, and it was just, some of my favorite scenes are when we are in the car. Traditionally, it's like a very, I do just like a lot of action and that's what it is, but this was comedic, so I had a lot of fun, and I got to work with my friend and former co-star Maggie Q, who's a complete badass. I think so often we see a lot of roles that are just very like cliche depiction of women, and this is a woman who obviously is very much in love with her husband, very much in love with her life, but she wants something more. She wants something a little bit more spontaneous, and she's looking for that, and she gets it, believe me, she gets it. Michelle and I worked together, sadly, I think we both shed a little tear. I believe it was 17 or 18 years ago. Yes, I can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, we got to reunite, and I couldn't have asked for a better partner in this. She's just the best.
This is something that I've never done before. I've never been a part of an action movie, especially not one this big. So it was really fun, and it was wonderful to see how many people go into making something like this. Mark and Michelle are both so great. They're such talented actors, and they're so dedicated to what they do. Mark, wakes up at 4 a.m. every day and then goes to work and remembers his lines still. I'm like, I don't know how he does it. I'm going to bed at 4 a.m. Working with such talented, seasoned actors, you can kind of learn a bunch of things through osmosis. You'll see little things that they do and pick it up. You're like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna do that. Like Michelle was always offering to run her lines with us between scenes, and I really appreciated that. By the end of the movie, we were basically a real family. But it helped that we all liked each other for sure. But yeah, we spent so much time in the car, and it was great because when I was younger, I would road trip across the country with my family in a minivan, and it brought back a bunch of fun memories for me.
I play a character called Nina, who is the oldest sibling of the family. This movie is kind of a crazy journey. It's basically about this everyday dad who, everybody thinks is a tiny bit boring. He's a car salesman. And it turns out his past is a little bit crazier than you might think, and it sort of comes back to haunt him, and it leads this family on a road trip family vacation that they don't realize is maybe not as innocent as it seems. Working in the action genre with 2 actors that are so seasoned in that world. What was it like filming the scene singing in the car? Oh my gosh, it was the most fun thing on the planet. I think the hardest part for me was the fact that I had to act like I wasn't having fun while singing the songs, because it was absolutely hilarious. And we just got to sing our heart outs for a few takes. It was great. I mean, the whole movie itself has phenomenal action sequences, but to be a part of that is really cool. It's not a genre that I've done a ton of work in, so it was a really kind of great entrance into the world, and an amazing stunt team they did put me in some crazy situations, but it was a lot of fun.
You've got to be, when you're doing a fight scene with kids around, you've got to be careful that you don't hurt them or you don't sort of, upset them. So it was tough, and we had to be very patient, but it was worth it. It's absolutely a great film for the holiday. It's people go on a road trip, that's a holiday, even though they're fleeing a mortal danger. I think you should watch these coming holidays, and then spring break, and then the summer and Easter, and keep watching it. What I loved about working with Mark and Michelle Monaghan, they just work so well together. They like each other, they know each other, they work in a similar way, and I just sat back and watched the chemistry. This is my first time filming in Vegas, which I'm sure everyone will agree is a totally crazy city, which I love. It's a fantastic place to film. There's so much to look at. There's so much energy. There's so much kind of craziness. I would definitely film her again.
The idea of the family plan came from just a feeling that I think is pretty universal among married people of wondering if your spouse has any idea of how interesting you used to be. And so I remember wanting to do something with that concept and then just thinking, how can I pour a little gasoline on that concept? And it was, what if I used to be a trained assassin? Mark came on after it was written, but he certainly had a lot of input into revisions we made and things to tailor it for his character. This movie was designed to be a family movie with action and just something that families could watch together around the holidays.